Atmavandan, everyone. A very warm welcome to you all. Today's session. Today we're going to read chapter 7 from the Compassionate Buddha, book by the learned AnandMurti Guruma. So we're going to read the session, then we'll have a short meditation, and then we'll reflect on the learnings of today's chapter. So, chapter 7, the do's and don'ts of meditation. I bow my head, never to raise it again, for I see Lord in thy heart, O Master. I wish to see thy face all the time, for I see Lord in thy heart, O Master. I have searched for thee everywhere, with bruises in my heart. I wish when I bow, death should come, so that I never have to raise my head. Thy face is the face of Lord, O Master. I have found you after much endeavour. Now I bask in thy splendour. I wish to sit and gaze at thy face, for I see Lord in thy face, O Master. Question. In the morning session of meditation, I experienced great bliss. When I sat for meditation, I saw a blue light centered between my eyebrows. However, soon enough, this bliss disappeared. My mind got agitated, and despite efforts, I could not see the light or feel the bliss again. I'm not able to understand why the blissful experience got curtailed. A seeker very often makes the mistakes of trying to hold on to an experience that occurs whilst meditating. This is a new expression of the greed present in the mind. Noble, but greed nevertheless. The mind that was earlier hankering after clutching worldly enjoyment is now trying to grasp good mental experiences. Earlier, there used to be enjoyment in holding on to objects, i.e. the obsession that whatever good that had been obtained should remain with me. The child clings to his toys, refusing to share it with anyone else. And when he grows up, the objects of grasping change. Then it becomes my house, my girlfriend, my car, my money. The objects of clinging change, but the underlying factor remains the same, i.e. greed, covetousness. It is very difficult to give up something that makes you happy. But due to societal obligations, you reluctantly do give some things to others, although you don't really want to do so. This reflects the age-old habitual pattern of mind to hold, to grasp. The difference is only that earlier you were grasping the worldly objects, and now you want to hold on to the experiences occurring in meditation. The tendency to covet, to grasp, is indeed an age-old affliction of the mind. And then when you start meditating, the affliction of grasping rears its head again. So when you're enjoying the good experience, whilst being in meditation, the mind interpreted this experience by thinking, oh, this wonderful experience should not go away. And this creates the problem. Remember, no experience can last forever. Just as everything in the external world is liable to change, likewise, all mental experiences are also bound to change. Nothing lasts forever. There can be strange, even extraordinary experiences occurring in a state of meditation, both pleasant and unpleasant. But no experience comes to stay. Every experience is a mental image, and all mental images will change, just as the external images in this world keep changing. An image is an image, whether you see it with open or with eyes shut. Many times, strange experiences may happen in meditation. Some may result in great joy, whilst some may be unpleasant, unwanted. When you sit for meditation, a certain degree of bodily heaviness or numbness in the legs is inevitable, and one should learn to ignore them. See, when you sit in a fixed position for some time, it is natural for the legs to feel heavy or numb, but what is there to worry about? You may feel lightheaded, if you suddenly get up, so it is better if you relax in the sitting posture for a while after meditation and then get up. The problem is that mind is so habituated to complaining, trying to find something to moan about. A little common sense goes a long way. Don't make a mountain out of a molehill. I get many letters asking why some unpleasant experiences, like increased body heat or tremors, happen, or what is the significance of some good experiences. Well, in a state of meditation, there is activation, awakening of the energy lying dormant within us. There are three main subtle energy channels, nadis, Ida for the left of the spine, Pingala, the right side of the spine, and Sushma, the central. The flow of energy through the subtle energy channels opens up the chakras, subtle energy centers, from the Muladhara at the base of the spine to the Sahasradhara chakra at the top of the head. And the energy flow and the resultant activation of the chakras can lead to occurrence of various experiences, not always pleasant. When one tries to open a door that has been shut for years, it takes some time and effort to open the door, as the iron hinge would have rusted and may even need some oiler, lubrication of the hinge. It is difficult to open such a door and often leads to a creaking sound. Likewise, your subtle energy channels have been lying dormant for a very long period. So, when the energy starts to flow for the first time through these unused channels, it is likely that it will lead to some pain or other unpleasant sensation, like tremors or heat. It is said that after the French Revolution, in the prisons, the prisoners were found chained to walls with heavy chains around their ankles. Their chains were cut and they were dragged out of the cells as they didn't have any strength in their legs. In the morning, the incredulous soldiers saw that the prisoners had retied the chains around their ankles. On questioning, they replied that they had become so used to the chains around their bodies that they now regarded them as being a part of their body. As the subtle channels start to open up, it is likely that the practitioner will encounter pleasant, enjoyable experiences. As the mind becomes more and more focused, a feeling of bliss will be reflected within. This perplexes the intellect, as it cannot fathom the source of the experiences, because there is always a tangible cause for all that is experienced in the outer world. Until now, you were getting enjoyment out of eating, drinking, sensory gratification, but in meditation, one is not doing any such thing. So where is the joy coming from? This baffles the intellect. And when the intellect raises doubts, the joy you are getting from the experience ceases. Bear in mind, even if the intellect does not question, the experience will go as whatever comes, eventually goes. Hence, don't try to grasp any experience you have in meditation. Say, if you're traveling by train and your destination is Delhi, en route the train stops at a big, well-kept station, and you get the aroma of some delicious food being prepared on the platform. You get down and get so engrossed in eating the food that you miss the train and don't arrive at your destination. Likewise, the train may halt at a small shabby station, and your mind immediately reacts by comparing it to the early station and expresses its dislike. In a similar fashion, many experiences will come and go on the path of meditation. Don't start to fret when the experiences go away. Instead, regard that by God's grace, you got that experience in the first place. A man got lost in a forest and couldn't find his way out. It was a dark night, and that made it all the more difficult for him to find his way. He kept on wandering and struggling for a long time, when suddenly a flash of lightning occurred, and in that brief light he managed to see the way out. Now, should the man just thank his stars and move on, or should he keep thinking why the flash of light couldn't last for much longer until he reached his home? The flash was enough for him to see his way out, and that is what mattered. In the state of meditation, you will come across diverse experiences, just like a flash of lightning. Just be a witness, and even when it goes away, be grateful for getting that experience. Have no craving and no aversion. Question. When I sit for meditation, after 10 to 15 minutes, my legs become numb and I cannot feel them. Also, at times, I experience tremors throughout my body. Sometimes there is a flashing light in front of my eyes. At other times, it is darkness. What is all this? This is what I was explaining earlier. You don't have patience. I'm telling you from my own experience. One needs a great resolve to sit still in meditation. At first, there may be some discomfort in the body, but a firm resolve and patience will see you through. The mind will make several excuses for you to stop, but disregard the mind's voice. Ignore the numbness in the legs. You know very well that when you get up after the meditation, the legs will be fine. If you don't listen to the mind's complaining and ignore it, you will find that soon all discomfort goes away. But alas, you keep falling in the trap laid down by the mind, and the mind knows that you will succumb. Hence, it brings up different excuses, different traps every day, and you keep on falling in these traps. This issue is not limited to the questioner, but in fact applies to all of you as well. When someone is kneading dough, the person's body will inevitably move in the act of kneading, as only then will he or she be able to apply the required force. And even if you restrain the body, at the very least, the arm that is kneading will have to move. Likewise, when you sit in meditation with resolve, you will still the body, but the mind's tendency to distract will continue. You tell the mind, complain as much as you want. I am going to ignore all that you say. So, what if the legs have gone numb? This is but temporary and will go away. As far as the flashing light is concerned, I have already explained that this is just one part of the diverse experiences that can occur. Moreover, it is no big deal. The colours are not out there, but within our eyes. In meditation, there is activation of the dormant energy within us, and to whichever sense organ this energy flows. There is enhanced perception of that sense. So one may start smelling fragrances, or hear melodious sounds, or see colourful images. It is after all happening through the faculty of the mind. Don't you see all kind of colourful and weird happenings in your dreams? I have received another question in the same context. I can smell different fragrances. My lips, nose, and sometimes the whole face becomes numb, and at other times I can hear roaring sounds in my ears. My heart has become so sensitive that I can't even bring myself to pluck a flower. I will share an incident with you. It is said that once in Sweden, a chap fell from the train and hurt his head. He recovered, but fascinatingly, anyone who touched him got jolted by an electric current. So much so that he could light a bulb by just holding it in his hands. Similarly, another man who survived an accident found a new ability of being able to catch radio frequency waves. His hearing was so enhanced. Let alone these exceptional cases, most of you will be aware of people who have enhanced sense of smell and taste, like perfume testers and wine tasters. It is not that they have extra taste buds in their tongues. What this means is that most people don't know how to maximally utilize their sense organs. It may seem like a small thing, but has a deep meaning. For example, do you know the taste of milk, which you've been drinking since you were born? If you really want to know the taste of milk, or indeed any other food or fruit, you can only know this if you were to first fast for a period of 15 to 20 days. When you taste milk after such a period of fasting, you will then know the innate sweetness present in milk. You will be surprised that all those years you were adding sugar when there was no need to do so. The same is true for all other food items. You'll be able to grasp the subtlest flavours. Those who eat very hot and spicy food, a lot of garlic and onion, This essentially kills the taste buds. Light, less spicy food is likely to maintain the normal function of the taste buds. In general, you don't know how to utilize your own body parts properly. But when you meditate, you will find that the functioning of the sense organs also improves markedly. That is why Mirabai had said that only sages can enjoy the real essence and flavor in this world. The point is that we are totally unaware of the hidden potentials of our own body and mind, and some of these may emerge in the state of meditation. Practicing meditation increases sensitivity and empathy in the practitioner, and this may increase so much that, as said by the questioner, he is unable now to pluck even a flower off its branch. And this is such a contrast to what I normally get to see. People trashing trees, flowers, whipping leaves, and pelting stones at harmless animals. What is this? There is as much life in them as there is in you. Now, you tell me, do you treat your maids, drivers, gardeners, your juniors with respect, or do you deal with them in a condescending manner? Meditation teaches you to be humane, to give respect. Have you ever respectfully offered good food to somebody you employ, or sat down with him or her to share a meal? Never forget, you too are subservient to someone. Someone is your boss too. How will you feel if he treats you disrespectfully? Satsang is not meant just to be heard, but rather it is meant to be practiced. Sometimes I see those in service doing seva in the ashram or satsangs elsewhere, using harsh words with people. Then I have to gently remind them to do their job politely, in a civilized manner. Meditation enhances your sensitivity, your empathy. If you are insensitive and heartless, it can be a problem for you on the spiritual path. Question: since how long is our mind harbouring Brahmad? Do we have the potential to overthrow this in one go, or is this a gradual process? For a person who is bound by his family and societal obligations, how much can one be indifferent to persistent thoughts arising in the mind, so that no obstacles come in spiritual pursuit? I can't say how long Brahmad, by ignorance, unawareness, has dwelled in your mind. But why be concerned with how long the darkness has been there? Why not focus on how to bring in the light of wisdom? The moon rises in the sky every night. Since how long has it been doing so? Likewise, how long has ignorance existed? There is no question to this question. The scriptures say it has been since time immemorable. This reminds me of a story. Two friends were sitting under a tree. A snake fell off the tree and landed in the lap of one person. The friend sprang up and ran shouting, "Snake, snake!" However, the first person, who was a philosopher, kept sitting with the snake in his lap. His friend asked him to get up immediately and save his life. The philosopher, however, remained seated and said, "How can I get up? I need to find out what sort of snake this is, poisonous or not, male or female." Needless to say, he didn't stay alive for long to satisfy his curiosity, as meanwhile the snake had bit him. You ask about the process of eradicating this ignorance, whether it can be done in one go, or if it happens gradually. Well, it is entirely depends on you, how quickly you want to wake up. The one who is keen on waking up will do so in one go, and the one who doesn't will have 100 excuses for remaining asleep. He will keep on making futile plans on waking up, but as there is a lack of resolve and commitment, he remains asleep, remains ignorant. A man asked for advice. He wanted to know the best way to commit suicide. The chap advised him to lie down on a rail track. The man replied, "That is no good for the trains, for the trains often run late." The chap said in that case he could tie a rope round his neck and hang from a ceiling fan. The man replied, "Well, I'm not sure how to secure the roof is and if it will bear my weight, and if it doesn't, I will have to pay for its repair." The advisor was getting irritated. He said, "Get a bottle of poison and drink the whole lot." The man replied that he had tried that once, but it failed to kill him. He went on rejecting other suggested methods, like slashing wrists, putting himself ablaze, but none satisfied him. Finally, the advisor got so exasperated, he said, "In that case, there is only one way for a coward like you: die in shame." Remember the story of Angulimala? He was such a horrific murderer, terrorizing people. But just as one meeting with Buddha made such a striking impression on him that he transformed in a moment. From being a ruthless killer, he became a bhikshu, a hermit, in just one moment. That is how long it took him to transform. You have also asked to what extent should one be indifferent to one's thoughts, but you haven't mentioned what sort of thoughts. Nevertheless, I can say with conviction that any thoughts that waylay you from the path of spirituality should most definitely be ignored, irrespective of the consequences. Bear in mind, you have to be careful, as you will keep on meeting all kinds of people on your day-to-day life who may directly or indirectly dissuade you from the spiritual path. Whenever an artist plays the role of any character in a drama or a movie, he enacts his role but keeps his real self to himself. Likewise, when you go about living your life and meeting different people, you enact the appropriate role. Be that of a worker, a colleague, but don't start showing off the spiritual knowledge you have, newly acquired, as this may create problems. For example, someone goes to a satsang for the first time and he hears that the world is just a temporary playground. Soon everything comes to an end, and the novice starts to act on what he has heard. When a customer comes to his shop and asks the price of different commodities, the man says, "Take what you will, what's the point anyway, as everything comes to an end." This will be foolhardy. Be practical and use your common sense. Be grateful for all you have. Be thankful to the Lord for giving you a house that provides you shelter, and look after that house. Live your life and fulfill your responsibilities with alacrity. All you need to remember is to give up the idea of "this is mine." In the context of your choice of a profession, Buddha has said that a spiritual aspirant has to be very careful in choosing the mode of earning a livelihood, by harming neither yourself nor anyone else. For example, some people running a grocery shops adulterate the grains just for the sake of making more profit. How can anyone justify such exploitation? Earn a decent and honest livelihood. What is right and what is wrong can only be decided by the power of discrimination and wisdom present within you. It is said that when adversity befalls, one should consult the wise elders in the family. But why be dependent on anyone? Instead, be meditative and seek the solution from the Guru inside you. The Supreme Consciousness is your Guru, right within you, and will always guide you appropriately. Don't depend on any external source to tell you what is right and what is wrong. You may be surprised to know that Buddha addressed his first discourse to those very four sadhus who had left him and gone away. He searched and found them in Sarnath in Benares. They then became his disciples and started to live with Buddha. And soon he was joined by several hundreds of disciples. But the disciples would find it difficult to maintain an appropriate behavior. So Buddha laid down 5 rules and regulations as an appropriate code of conduct. However, despite this, the failings continued. Hence, Buddha expanded the rules and regulations and eventually reached a staggering number of 500. Anyone who wanted to become his disciple then had to remember and follow the 500 codes of conduct. Once Ananda asked Buddha, "You have said in one of the rules that a monk should not be alone with a woman. But what if a situation arises that this becomes inevitable?" Buddha replied, "Ensure that you don't touch the woman." Ananda persisted, "But what if that too is unavoidable, like if one assists a sick woman?" Buddha replied, in that case, the disciple helps the woman, but with strong awareness within. When the disciple will be alert, aware, there will be no possibility of any untoward desire arising in the mind. Buddha said that it is one's own awareness, wisdom, and power of discrimination that is the judge and guide for all actions. That is the way to decide what is wrong and what is right. Question: in this morning's meditation session, you asked us to sit with closed eyes and observe different body parts. Whatever that is seen in closed eyes, is that the Atma, the soul? When we die, this soul enters another body and then another body. How long will this continue, and since how long has this been going on? With closed eyes, when you become aware of your body, that awareness was experienced by your intellect. It is the mind and the intellect that observes the body, and if you're made unconscious, your body and intellect will be unable to carry out this observation. The one who experienced the body parts was the mind and the intellect, and it is the consciousness or Chaitanatya that resides at the foundation of the mind and intellect, that which enables the functioning of the mind and intellect. We live at the level of the mind. All-knowing is happening at the level of mind and intellect. You have just heard of words like Atma and soul, but have no experiential knowledge of what this is. Atma is the true self, that which empowers the mind and intellect to function. The one thing that is thinking is the mind, and definitely not the Atma. But the energy, the power that enables the mind to think is the Atman indeed. So all that you understand or are trying to understand, that is occurring at the level of the mind and intellect. When one meditates, in the beginning the process is happening at the level of the mind. The technique that I teach you after all you first understand, it at the level of the mind. But as you delve deeper and deeper, a stage will come when you go beyond the mind, beyond the sense of any doership, and it is those moments that one can get a glimpse of what is the true self. See, it is not difficult to answer what Atma is. To speak in the language of Vedanta, Atma is Brahma, the absolute truth, the eternal, ever blissful, all-pervading, supreme consciousness. I am neither the mind, intellect, ego, nor memory, neither the ears, nor the tongue, nor the senses of smell and sight, neither ether, air, fire, water, nor earth. I am consciousness and bliss. I am Shiva. I am Shiva. But in your present state of ignorance, these are nothing but mere words for you, as you haven't experienced this for your own self. We have to seek this earnestly with awareness, with the tool of meditation and contemplating on the words of wisdom heard from the enlightened masters. Okay, I think we'll stop there so we've got time for meditation, unless you want me to carry on, Monikaji? Do you want me to carry on? There's two pages left.
It's up to you if you want to start meditation and then discussion. Or
Yeah, because there's two pages left, otherwise we won't have much time for meditation and discussion, will we?
yeah, then go carry on. It's a nice chapter.
Carry on. Okay, thank you. So question, sometimes when I'm meditating, I feel that I'm nearly there, but the body creates obstacles. I am trying and hope that with your grace, I will soon be successful. Be relaxed whilst meditating. Don't burden yourself with targets. Don't get lost in bookkeeping. Analysis will not at all be helpful. How do you measure the beauty of a flower? How do you enjoy its beauty? You don't dissect a rose to measure its beauty. A flower is viewed and appreciated in its totality. Likewise, don't try to weigh happiness and don't analyze how many kilos of joy you experienced. Are you a merchant that you keep on measuring and weighing how much joy you obtained? Why worry how close you are? Why fret about nearly being there? Don't be stressed by that. Just enjoy being in meditation. But you people have a tendency to get serious about everything and anything, even sport, betting on which team wins or which cricketer scores the most. One night a man was returning home late from work. At the corner of his home he saw two men standing. When he approached, one of them asked him to lend him a 1 rupee coin. On inquiring why, the fellow replied, "I just want to toss the coin," the man asked. "Why, is there any cricket match going on?" The fellow replied, "No, we want to toss so that we can decide which of us gets the chance to loot you." It was too late when the man realized they were thieves. Don't measure the scale of joy experienced in meditation. Don't make meditation a chore. It is all about letting go and simply being. My dear, you have been sleeping for such a long time. If even half that time is put in being awake, be grateful for that. Regard yourself as fortunate. Sing, oh my mind, keep on singing. We have to travel a long distance. Do not move slowly, O traveller friend. Thy destination is far. Why have you stalled on the path? Raise your feet and walk with verve. Destination is not that far. Sing, oh my mind, keep on singing. Don't bother about how much progress you have made or when you will finally arrive. Enjoy the process. Be it slow and at small paces, so what? I say it doesn't matter. If you take baby steps, but important thing is that you keep on taking those steps and don't stop. Every step takes you closer to your destination. Why unnecessarily trouble yourself in bookkeeping of what you received or didn't receive in meditation? My dear, learn to live in joy. Learn to be in joy. Such a short life, and you want to spend that in worrying? Worrying about worldly affairs, then worrying about when the ignorance, the Brahmad will get eradicated. The fact is that the more carefree you become and be in meditation without any worry, any apprehension, the closer you get to the Lord. In Japji Sahib Guru Nanak Dev says, you may think and plan for millions of times, but things don't get done by mere thinking. They don't fructify by mere thinking. Don't think how much I should meditate so that I meet the Lord. You do your bit and leave the rest to him. I remember a mythological story that will elucidate this further. Once Naradji was on his way to the earth when two sages sitting under a tree said, "O Narada, be merciful and ask Lord Vishnu when will he bless us with his presence. So many years have passed and we may die any time." Narada conveyed the request to Lord Vishnu, who replied, "Tell the sages that they will need as many years as the number of leaves on the tree they are sitting under." Narada conveyed the reply to both the sages. On hearing the reply, the older sage was furious. He walked away in a huff, saying that he had enough and he wouldn't continue with the practice anymore. The younger sage, however, started to dance joyfully. Narada was perplexed. On asking why he was so elated, the youth replied, "I am overwhelmed with joy, as the Lord has agreed to appear before me. That is more than enough for me. Who cares when and how? Who cares about counting the leaves? I am more than satisfied, more than content with his assurance that one day he will come. I am grateful that at least he has cast his gaze on me. He sees my devotion. He knows my eager awaiting. Some poet has said, behold the depth of my love. Just see the panache of my love. That even when death arrives, my eyes would be open. See the limit of my limitless waiting. Why harbour any doubts for you? Are the Buddha, but just not aware of it. Buddhahood is right within you. A diamond is a diamond. Even when it is lying lackluster in the minds, even before it gets refined. Buddha has said, you are Buddha. The day you realize this, you get liberated. As long as you are unaware of this, you are in bondage. So, be patient, harbor no doubts, and live in this supreme assurance. Question: I feel that the purpose of my life is to renounce everything and become a renunciate, a sadhu. Although I'm fulfilling my duty to my family, I keep getting these thoughts. I'm fulfilling my obligations, but I like to be on my own. I wander alone, and when I see beautiful gardens, I feel so happy that I don't want to return home. Why is my mind in this state? I can't understand it. One doesn't become a renunciate merely by renouncing the world or wearing saffron-coloured clothes. Renunciation needs to happen at the level of the mind. If there is no renunciation in the mind, no matter where you live, you will be in attachment, in bondage. There were so many sages in India like Guru Nanak Dev, Ravidas, Namdev, who never wore saffron-coloured clothes. They were married, had children, and were fulfilling their obligations, but were renunciates nevertheless. You are a renunciate, a sannyasi, if you have sense of detachment within you, and if you are a dedicated spiritual practitioner, engaged in contemplation and meditation. Guru Gobind Singh had said, your own home should start feeling like a jungle to you, and your mind should be filled with dispassion, detachment. And if you start feeling like this, then Guru Gobind Singh says, you have become a sannyasi. Sannyas, renunciation, is not something that you take, rather you live. Be in sannyas. You don't need to go to any forest or mountain to become a renunciate. Your home itself should start feeling like a wilderness, i.e., you have this strong sense of detachment to things and people around you, whilst performing all needed actions. A renunciate experiences this tremendous freedom within, no limitation of space, no sense of confinement, for he views the entire world belonging to him. So, where is the question of leaving one place and moving to another? Thank you, thank you, thank you, Babaji, Lord Buddha, Guru Ma, and all divine masters. Okay, let's sit in meditation now. Kindly remove any glasses, close your eyes gently, cross your feet, clasp your fingers into fingers. Take a nice deep breath, hold, and let it out through your mouth. A nice deep breath, feel your stomach expand. Hold, and gently release through your mouth. Final nice deep breath. Hold, and out through your mouth. Now be present in this present moment. Do not worry about the past or the future. Be in the here and now. Gently focus on your breath, each incoming breath and each outgoing breath. Gently feel yourself as being totally relaxed, at peace, and in total harmony. Feel the beautiful light around you. And feel the light within as well. And as you feel the light within, focus on that light between your eyes, between your eyebrows. See the light within. And gently take yourselves as the soul, as this light, outside of your body, as if you're just above your head, as a witness observing the body, observing your home, your room, everything around you, all the physical things around you. And take yourself above the roof, out of the house, and feel as if you are like a leaf, a free leaf just flowing with the wind. Wherever the wind flows, you flow with that leaf, in peace, in harmony, in control, but out of control, because you're flowing with the wind. And as you're flowing, just feel as though all your tensions, all your worries are gently being released. As you sway in the wind, you're being cleansed. The wind is cleansing you all around. Feel totally, totally at peace, one with nature, one with the wind. And as you're gently swaying in the wind, you come across a beautiful, beautiful lake that's absolutely bright and inviting you. So as you see that lake, observe everything around you. The beautiful swaying trees, the lotus flowers, brightly coloured, bright pinks, dark pinks, as if they're opening up for you to say hello. Welcome to our river here. And as you see these beautiful lotuses, you feel like taking a swim as well, as you're a leaf now, light, free, no burdens, nothing tying you down. And merge in with the water. And as you gently land in the water, feel the relief. Feel the coolness of the beautiful, beautiful water as it splashes all around you. Feel like a little child, like you did when you went in a paddling pool. The joy of splashing and kicking your legs and kicking your arms. But physically you don't have them, but you're just feeling so free, so happy, so content to be one with nature, to be free like a leaf. And as you sway, go with the flow, go with the currents of the waves, and be one. As you're swaying across, as the river meanders, just go with the flow. Nothing to worry about, as if you're like a child in a playground, observing everything and taking everything in, but free. And feel totally, totally relaxed and comforted, knowing that you're looked after. The Supreme Divine Mother, the Supreme Consciousness, is always, always watching over us, looking after us and protecting us to make sure we're safe no matter where we are. And even though there's a waterfall coming, you see there's going to be a nice, nice deep drop. You've seen the water going to drop. Go with the flow. Just enjoy the experience of diving deep, deep down into this amazing waterfall, as if you're on a slide going all the way down with no worry of hurting yourself, because you are free, you're light, you're like a leaf. You're enjoying this so, so much. It brings back your childhood memories of how much fun you had exploring the playgrounds, the slides, the swings, in the paddling pool, in the swimming pools. See that inner child of yours be totally, totally free and happy and so, so content, because you have no worries whatsoever. You're just trusting the divine to lead you to the path that you need to be on. And as you're moving around, swaying in this beautiful river, it's now going calm and peaceful. It's resting. You can feel the sunbeam on yourself, warming you up, drying up the sparkles of water on you. The drops of water, look at them. with all the rainbow colours in each droplet. How beautiful is Mother Nature. How beautiful is the rain that quenches our thirst, that cleanses us and purifies us. God's given us so, so much that we need to be grateful for. And as you're swaying, take a nice deep breath. Fill yourself with that sea breeze. Hear the chirping of the birds around you, the seagulls in the air, the different sounds of the beautiful animals in the jungles around you. Become one with nature, because you're a leaf, you're part of that massive, massive big tree, the tree of the universe that connects us all. We too are all leaves on God's massive tree, beautiful tree. And the root of the tree and the tree itself is God Himself. We too are part of this amazing supreme being. We are connected through the stems with us being a leaf. In the same way, we are light that connects us to the divine light that resides within us. As the chapter said, when we realize we are Buddha, we are liberated. So feel that oneness with yourself in total peace and tranquility, and enjoy the peace and the harmony around you. Now let's pay our gratitude, deep, deep gratitude to our parents for giving us this beautiful body, for enriching our lives with the knowledge, for teaching us so, so much. To all our ancestors for helping us and supporting us. To each and every single guru of ours and all the divine masters. To our Ishtadev, to all gods and goddesses. To the 5 elements that nourish us, protect us, cleanse us, and help us on our every single breath that we take and every single step that we take. Deep, deep gratitude to all the divine masters for all their hard work and dedication in holding our hands and helping us on our soul path to reach our soul purpose. Deep, deep gratitude to Mother Nature for giving us such beauty, the beauty of the oceans, beauty of the trees and plants and animals and birds. Deep, deep gratitude to the mineral kingdom for providing us with the actual very mother's base, the earth that we actually stand on. Every single grain, every single stone, everything has the energy of the Lord, the divine within it. Deep, deep gratitude for all the learnings that we're receiving from all the divine masters. And deep, deep gratitude to all our family and friends that are helping and supporting us by being there, all the lessons that we're learning. To our children, our siblings, our spouses and partners, to our neighbours for supporting us, to every single person that comes in our life to teach us a lesson, to help us. Deep, deep gratitude to all the divine masters and all the divine energy and all the divine beings that are helping and supporting us with every single breath that we take. Deep, deep gratitude to the whole cosmos, the galaxies, the planets, and everybody who's there to support us and help us become one with the divine and to become a Buddha and to follow his teachings and to eventually attain moksha and be liberated. And deep, deep gratitude to the divine, for the divine's timing, for helping us be here in the here and now, for helping us being these sessions that are transforming us day by day, and for the changes and the positivity that we're feeling within us and around us. And deep, deep gratitude for our homes that we're transforming into temples and learning to feel detached and one with the Supreme Divine Being. Now, as we've been a beautiful leaf that's been flowing around in the oceans, gradually feel yourself going up into the sky again, out of the beautiful ocean, as we wave goodbye to the sea, to the greenery around us, the plants and the lotus flowers. Gently rise above in the sky and fly back gently to your home and come gently down back into this amazing, beautiful body that we're so, so blessed to have. And feel one again and feel yourselves back into this body after this wonderful, wonderful, wonderful ride in being a leaf. Okay, gently rub your palms together. Place them over your beautiful closed eyes as we count down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Open your eyes, but keep them covered. And gently feel the beautiful, beautiful aura and the cosmic rays that we've just received. And as you open your eyes, take this beautiful divine light and aura all around your face, your head, ears, neck, shoulders, upper arm, lower arm, your hands, fingers, chest, stomach, thighs, knees, legs, and feel the warmth and the energy all around you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Deep, deep gratitude to all the Divine Masters, Lord Buddha, Babaji, Guru Ma, and all of you for joining in with this beautiful, beautiful meditation. Thank you, thank you, thank you.